Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. I don't care where you are right now, how small your starting point is, how many people have told you it's impossible. The only thing that matters is what you do today. I'm here to tell you how you go from zero to millionaire. And it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be hard, but it will be the best thing you ever do. You want to go from nothing to something? You've got to understand one simple thing. You've got to understand one simple thing. You've got to understand one. It's just where you are today. You might have nothing in your bank account, no connections, no resources, but none of that matters if you're willing to do what others aren't. The world doesn't owe you anything. If you're sitting there waiting for some miracle, you're wasting your time. The only thing that's going to change your situation is the raw, relentless effort you put in every single day. You have to own your reality and realize that there's no shortcut. You're not entitled to success. You got to earn it with sweat, pain, and determination. Once you own that truth, you got to ignite something deep inside you. I'm talking about an intensity that burns through every doubt, every fear, every obstacle in your way. If you're not hungry for it, if you're not obsessed with the idea of getting to the next level, then you'll never make it. Stop waiting for inspiration to hit you. Stop looking for the perfect conditions. Inspiration doesn't come from waiting. It comes from doing, from showing up when no one else is. That fire needs to start in your gut and drive you. You wake up every day ready to go to war with yourself to become better. It's not about what the world gives you. It's about what you create from nothing. But let's face it, the path won't be easy. You'll have to sacrifice comfort. You'll have to push through pain. You'll have to grind when others take the easy route. There's no way around the struggle. But here's the thing. Pain is your teacher. It's what toughens you up. It's the price you pay for progress. When the road gets tough, and it will, remind yourself that everyone else is quitting, and that's exactly when you have the advantage. They won't outlast you. They won't push harder than you, and that's how you win. Everyone's going to doubt you. You're going to hear voices telling you it's not worth it, that you should settle, but you have to block out all that noise. Let it fuel you. Let their doubts strengthen your resolve. People will always try to keep you small, but it's your responsibility to prove them wrong. Let your success speak for itself. The real difference between those who make it and those who fall short isn't talent or luck. It's consistency. Day after day, week after week, you have to show up. When you feel like quitting, when you're exhausted, that's when you push harder. People will quit, people will make excuses, but you can't. You don't stop until you've crossed that finish line. You get knocked down, you get up. You fail, you learn, and you keep going. There is no other way. You've got one shot. Don't waste it. Make every moment count, because that's how you'll turn zero into a legacy. You're starting with nothing, zero, zilch, nada. And that's exactly where you need to be. That's your baseline. And it's not something to be ashamed of. If anything, it's something to be proud of, because it means the only place to go from here is up. Forget about what you don't have and focus on what you can do. No one cares about your circumstances, your past, or your excuses. The world is only going to give you what you earn. So if you want to make something of yourself, you've got to own it. Own the struggle, own the hustle. Don't let your starting point define your ending point. It's not where you start that matters. It's what you do with what you have right now. And when you decide to get serious about it, don't do it halfway. You've got to be obsessed with the process. That's the only way you'll stay in the game when it gets tough. Every successful person you admire didn't get there by taking a break when things got hard. They burned with a desire to push past their limits. So if you're not ready to commit everything, Don't even bother. Success doesn't come in bursts. It comes through relentless, tireless work. You need a fire inside that's bigger than any obstacle that might stand in your way. Make the hunger for success stronger than any excuse or fear. The truth is, the journey will break you at times. You'll feel like quitting. You'll face setbacks, failure, and moments of doubt. But that's where you build the foundation for success. Those painful, difficult moments are the very things that forge strength. So embrace them. Let them harden you. Because when the pressure is on, when everyone else is too tired or too scared, that's when you keep going. You don't stop. You outwork everyone. You outlast everyone. That's how you rise. The road from zero to something great isn't just about learning how to hustle. It's about learning how to suffer and keep going. Most people want the rewards, but they don't want to put in the work when it's hard. They want the success, but they're not willing to sacrifice comfort. If you're going to make it from nothing to something, you have to be willing to sacrifice everything. You have to give up the easy moments, the times when you could just rest, the times when others are enjoying their weekends or taking vacations. Those moments, those are for the weak. The winners, they don't take breaks. The minute you step off the grind, someone else is gaining ground on you. And that's the truth that stings. Pain isn't something to fear. Pain is something to welcome. Every time you feel exhausted, every time you hit a wall, that's your signal that you're growing. When it feels like you've reached your limit, that's when you know you're on the edge of breaking through to something better. The real progress happens when you're willing to push yourself past your limits. When you're willing to do things others won't. The person who's willing to push through the most pain, the most exhaustion, is the person who will come out on top. It's the ones who endure when everything in them is telling them to quit that make it to the other side. This is the battle. You against your own mind. Most people will talk themselves out of success before they ever even begin. You've got to silence that inner voice of doubt. Every time it tells you it's too hard, you need to say, no, it's not. I'll do whatever it takes. You have to drown out the negativity, the fear, and the self-doubt with relentless, focused action. Because the world won't give you anything for free. And no one is coming to hand you success. It's yours to take, and the only thing standing between you and the life you want is your willingness to endure and keep pushing no matter how hard it gets. When you set out to turn nothing into something, don't expect people to cheer you on. They won't. In fact, many will laugh at your ambitions, doubt your abilities, and tell you it's not possible. That's a reality. People who haven't walked the path of struggle will tell you to play it safe, to lower your expectations, to be realistic. But here's the thing. You have to shut out all that noise. The truth is, most people are too scared to go for it. They're comfortable with mediocrity, and they'll project their fears onto you. That's their limitation, not yours. You can't let anyone's doubt stop you from believing in your potential. The only opinion that matters is yours. You need to believe in yourself more than anyone else does, because it's going to take every ounce of self-confidence and determination you can muster to keep moving forward when everyone else thinks you're wasting your time. If you don't believe in your vision, no one else will. You have to create your own belief and build it every day, especially when things aren't going the way you want. The path from zero to success is never straight. It's full of roadblocks, failures, and setbacks. You'll fall, you'll fail, you'll feel like giving up at times, but those failures, they're just stepping stones. Every time you fall, you get back up and get stronger. Each step back is an opportunity to learn and grow. You have to be relentless. The second you start second guessing yourself is the second you lose. You've got to keep going no matter what. No matter how many people tell you it's not going to happen. No matter how many obstacles you face. You can't afford to quit when things get hard. You cannot quit. When the world tells you no, you say, watch me. When they doubt you, you use that as fuel to prove them wrong. The more they doubt, the more you show them what's possible. This is your fight, and if you want it, you've got to be willing to go to war for it every day. When you set your sights on greatness, the first thing you need to realize is that nobody is going to hand it to you. The world isn't going to open doors for you just because you show up. And it sure as hell isn't going to throw opportunities at your feet because you think you deserve them. The harsh truth is, you're going to be met with resistance. People are going to tell you it's too hard. They'll say it's too risky. They'll tell you to be realistic or play it safe. But here's the reality. They are the ones who are playing it safe. They are the ones too afraid to step outside their comfort zone, too scared to bet on themselves. You are the one who's choosing to take the hard path, and that's where your strength lies. You want to go from zero to something, from nothing to everything. It's not going to be easy, but that's what separates you from the masses. The pain, the struggle, the grind. That's what builds you. If you want to build real success, you've got to show up and grind every single day. That's where the magic happens. Through relentless, focused effort. And no matter what happens, you don't take breaks. You don't slow down. You don't get comfortable. You get used to being on the edge, because it's only when you push yourself beyond what you thought you could handle that you grow. If you want to get to the top, you've got to stay consistent. It's not the grand gestures or the sudden breakthroughs that make people successful. It's the everyday actions, the day in, day out hustle. You have to show up when it's hard, when you don't feel like it, when the odds are stacked against you. That's the difference between the people who make it and the people who fall short. Those who succeed have mastered the art of consistency. They don't quit when it gets tough. They don't let setbacks define them. Every failure is just a lesson in disguise. Every mistake is a stepping stone. But the real key to winning is persistence. You have to outlast everyone else. There will be days when you feel like you're drowning. There will be days when you question everything. But this is where most people give up. And if you're willing to push through, to continue when everyone else throws in a towel, you'll be the one who makes it. This is the grind. And you don't quit. You don't stop. You keep moving forward no matter what. The victory goes to those who refuse to quit, to those who are willing to outwork, outlast, and push through pain and doubt. Your success is in your hands, and the only thing that will stop you is your own willingness to quit. Keep moving, keep pushing, and success will find you. When you set your sights on greatness, the first thing you need to realize is that nobody is going to hand it to you. The world isn't going to open doors for you just because you show up, and it sure as hell isn't going to throw opportunities at your feet because you think you deserve them. The harsh truth is, you're going to be met with resistance. People are going to tell you it's too hard. They'll say it's too risky. They'll tell you to be realistic or play it safe. But here's the reality. They are the ones who are playing it safe. They are the ones too afraid to step outside their comfort zone, too scared to bet on themselves. You are the one who's choosing to take the hard path, and that's where your strength lies. You want to go from zero to something, from nothing to everything? It's not going to be easy, but that's what separates you from the masses. The pain, the struggle, the grind, that's what builds you. If you want to build real success, You've got to show up and grind every single day. That's where the magic happens, through relentless, focused effort. And no matter what happens, you don't take breaks. You don't slow down. You don't get comfortable. You get uncomfortable. You get used to being on the edge, because it's only when you push yourself beyond what you thought you could handle that you grow. If you want to get to the top, you've got to stay consistent. It's not the grand gestures or the sudden breakthroughs that make people successful. It's the everyday actions, the day in, day out hustle. You have to show up when it's hard, when you don't feel like it, when the odds are stacked against you. That's the difference between the people who make it and the people who fall short. Those who succeed have mastered the art of consistency. They don't quit when it gets tough. They don't let setbacks define them. Every failure is just a lesson in disguise. Every mistake is a stepping stone. But the real key to winning is persistence. You have to outlast everyone else. There will be days when you feel like you're drowning. There will be days when you question everything. But this is where most people give up. And if you're willing to push through, to continue when everyone else throws in the towel, you'll be the one who makes it. This is the grind. You don't quit. You don't stop. You keep moving forward no matter what. The victory goes to those who refuse to quit, to those who are willing to outwork, outlast, and push through pain and doubt. Your success is in your hands, and the only thing that will stop you is your own willingness to quit. Keep moving, keep pushing, and success will find you. Success doesn't come easy, and it sure as hell isn't handed to you on a silver platter. It's something you have to earn every single day. When you're starting from zero, you can't afford to sit back and wait for opportunities to come to you. You've got to create them. And the way you create those opportunities is by showing up day in and day out. No matter what, you have to have an unwavering commitment to keep going, no matter the obstacles that get in your way, no matter how many times you fail. The people who make it from nothing to everything don't get there because they're special. They get there because they refuse to quit. They keep going when everyone else is ready to throw in the towel. They keep moving when their bodies are tired, when their minds are screaming to stop. The journey will break you. It will test you in ways you can't imagine. It will push you to your limits and then beyond. And that's exactly why most people can't handle it. They can't stomach the grind. They can't face the discomfort of being challenged every day. But you got to be ready for it. The tough days will come. The moments when you question whether it's worth it will come. But the only way to get through them is to keep moving forward, even if it's just one step at a time. The secret to making it is learning how to keep going. Even when every fiber of your being tells you to quit, you don't stop. You can't. You also have to stop caring what other people think. People will tell you that you're crazy, that your goals are too big, that it's not realistic. But the thing is, those people don't know your journey. They don't know the fire burning inside you. They don't know the work you're willing to put in to make it happen. Let them doubt you. Use their negativity as fuel. Every time someone tells you it can't be done, let it drive you harder. The more they say no, the more you say, watch me. There's no magic formula, no secret blueprint for success. It's just about taking action every single day. They never stop. If you want to go from zero to something, you have to make that commitment. You have to decide right now that nothing is going to stop you. Not the doubts, not the failures, not the haters, not the setbacks. Nothing. Keep going until you get there. And then keep going some more. That's how you win. So here's the bottom line. The journey from zero to something is brutal. It's uncomfortable. It's lonely. It's full of sweat, blood, and tears. But it's also the most rewarding thing you'll ever do. You're gonna face setbacks. You're gonna feel like giving up. You're gonna question yourself more than once along the way. But that's the price of greatness. You've gotta be willing to pay it. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't talent, luck, or resources. It's the refusal to quit. It's the commitment to keep going when no one else believes in you. It's the relentless pursuit of the next level, no matter how many times you fall. Every setback is an opportunity to grow. Every failure is a lesson learned. The path won't be easy, but if you've got the will to keep pushing, you'll get there. You don't stop until you've reached your goal. You don't let doubt, fear, or the opinions of others hold you back. Every obstacle is just another chance to prove you're made of something more. Keep your head down, stay focused, and keep grinding. Because when you finally look back from the top, you'll realize that everything you went through, the struggles, the sacrifices, the pain, it was all worth it. So go out there, put in the work, and don't stop until you turn that zero into something incredible. The world is waiting for you to show up. It's time to rise.